Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Free to Play. Boy, am I excited. Now, we are on the same reset right now that, as my previous video, day 78, which you see we did get into the sacred. That's where I got the sacred. That's where I got the third sacred. I knew I got a sacred from somewhere. Yeah. So, um, that is where I got this sacred right here. Still haven't had any more other than the two. So we've gotten two sacreds from Nightmare Clan Boss, and then that one came from the daily login rewards. And we have one coming up. I'm hoping tonight. So far these challenges have each been, I think, like 10 points, right? So we should be able to get 30 points tonight if it's 17 each. I think that's enough. I don't yeah, because we're already several points into this one. So yeah, we should get another sacred tonight. Hopefully these boots roll somewhat decent. So I'm excited for that. The Forge Pass is going well. I've been doing this leveling Magic Champions. Um, that particular one is just going slow because I'm not doing any at the moment. Um, but I've got some interesting stuff to talk about today that I'm very excited for. I'm going to start by promoting, before everyone tunes out, that I'll be streaming tonight, twitch.tv/I'm Roadblock. I'll be streaming the rebuild of Kale. I just figured it'd be like something fun to do, but also a way to kind of communicate my thought process when rebuilding champions, um, as well as just being able to interact with you guys, um, and have some fun. It's just something I thought I'd try out. I also wanted to mention we are at 348 subscribers right now. So we're almost to 350, which I'm very excited about. So, if you're new to the channel, I don't usually do the whole like end of video like and subscribe. Nothing against that. It's just for me, I feel like people understand how this works. I don't think I necessarily need to like I don't want to annoy people with me, begging them to like and subscribe. I'd rather not annoy people that want to watch me, right? So, however, every once in a while I will mention it, especially when we get near like a quality benchmark, if you could say. So we're almost at 350. The goal is 500. At 500, I can start getting monetization off of ads and videos and stuff. So, um, so that's kind of what I'm pushing towards right now is just a goal of 500. So, thanks for all of those that have subscribed. And if you're new to the channel and would like to subscribe, I would appreciate it. It does help me out, get closer to that goal of 500. And I would love to hit that 350 mark. So, wow, that's funny. That's the exact number of energy I have as well. Okay. It did not get the mission done. So I'm going to do it one more run. Yeah, because I only got 6 out of him. So, um, I am very excited because there's an event coming up that I think should be promising. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more here in a second. I have to put a bit of an asterisk on it because I'm nervous. Um, so um, when we first started this account, there was an event that happened, which was a Deck of Fates event. So for those of you that don't quite know what that means, in this event, as you earn points, you flip over cards, and on those cards, in this particular case, was gear only. So I was able to get very early on some 6-star pieces of gear, like this Killstroke helmet, this Killstroke shield, which rolled very, very well for me. Um, as well as this righteous gear. And I mean, we're talking very early on the account. I don't remember exactly how early, but it was early enough that it had a major impact on my ability to progress. And um, it gave me quite a big boost early game. Well, there's another event coming up, and the way they're describing it, it sounds like that's going to happen. So you can see here, Bounty Deck of Fate event. Um, you will have a chance to earn the following artifacts: Killstroke and Divine Speed, or even that legendary versions, or even mythical Killstroke or Divine Speed. Now they're all going to be weapons, shields, and helmets, which at least the mythical ones, which is really really good, and I'll explain why. So, um, the problem with gloves, chest, and boots is that they have a chance to roll flat stats. So you could get a chest that just has flat attack or gloves that had flat defense. Um, I'll give you an example here. So if I do primary stats, I do HP, attack, and defense. These are all the items on my account that are flat stats. This is how good they are. Hang on, I want to verify that I'm yeah, okay, flat. Because I was like, I have a 6-star beast with flat stats. Um, in my opinion, it's useless. This is an opinion that's seconded by many other content creators, or that was there. I got it from them. I'll put it that way. Um, I did see somebody in my comments before try to say that flat stats has a place, but those scenarios are so few and far between. I'm not gonna save those pieces. The reason I like that it's sword, helm, and shield is because those are always flat stats. That's it. Now, can it have bad sub rolls or substat rolls? Yes, it can. But for the most part, if you're looking at a 6-star piece of gear in the sword, helm, and shield kind of area, um, it's usually pretty good. So I do like that there's a chance that I could get more of that gear because it was very good for my account early on, and I think it would still be good for my account right now. Here's the asterisk part. Lately, when it comes to their events, they've been quite a bit more demanding about the dungeon divers aspect of it, meaning how many points you get for running dungeons. Um, So, case in point, the most recent path, you would have needed, I think, like it was in the tens of thousands of energy, and I want to say like 20,000 energy or something like that, if not more. It could have been 60,000. Now, don't quote me. I don't remember these numbers. I just remember that the amount of dungeons you would have had to run to get to match what you would get from pulling shards during the Kira event was pretty bad. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because you'll be able to earn fate points by getting artifacts and accessories and summoning champions. My concern is that they're going to give you a lot of points for summoning champions and very few points for earning artifacts and accessories, which means doing dungeons, and therefore I may not be able to access as much of the cards. Now, last time I think I was able to pull. We could probably filter and see. Rank and rarity, duh, 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 and 6 stars. Um, and then equipped. So it was. So we were able to loot 6 pieces in total from that event. I would like to be able to continue that for this following event. This is such a good piece of gear. Why is it on that champion? I need to figure that out. um, so hopefully we'll be able to, and I wasn't really trying for it because I didn't realize, well, I was much weaker. I mean, the account was very, very new. I'm talking like weeks in at that point, days in maybe. Um, so now I'm able to consistently farm dungeons, and I'm also at a point where it wouldn't necessarily impact me in other areas of the game. I can dedicate my energy to farming a dungeon, no problem. And I'm about to get an energy boost tomorrow, or yeah, on reset today. I'll get 500 more energy. I also don't think I'm coming up on my monthly. Yeah. I'm a little bit away from my weekly, which will give me a bit more energy boost. Did they say this one starts on, I want to say Thursday, November 23rd. I don't know when UTC time is. Um, is 9 o'clock UTC. Okay, so yeah, so tomorrow morning, so Thanksgiving morning, this event is gonna start and it will go through this weekend. That's a big deal because if shard pulling is a big factor in it, I don't know if we're getting any shard pulling events. They haven't announced anything that I've seen yet. Um, a Yumi Love is predicting everything to be in December. I cannot imagine that they are going to skip two times events during the holidays, like, or during the end of, um, during the, Black Friday and stuff like that. So, I mean, they're just gonna keep with these progressive chance events through the end of it. I didn't realize there was a chance for Cardiel. It makes me want to go pull on my main account, but I don't have any void shards to pull on my main account. Um, so it's just very I don't know what's coming up, and I haven't seen any announcements. I'm looking at the Raid Shadow Legends um, Discord right now. I don't see any news there. If Ayumi Love is predicting, they're predicting a Void Shard pull 15th of December with Ancients and Sacreds on the 29th of December. This is I none of that makes sense to me. I can't imagine we're half a month away from being able to get a two times event again. That doesn't make sense to me. So I'm sure that's based on previous information or something along those lines. So um, and not actually what's going to happen. So it's a predictive model. It's not like this is going to happen. I'm hoping we get some kind of 2x event soon, because that's when I want to pull my shards. So if that happens during this Deck of Fates event, that's going to be really good for me at least, because I can pull some shards and get extra points towards that particular event. Um, okay, so what else is going on? We talked about that. There was something else. I don't think. Oh, drop two. Yes. So in the when the first drop happened for the Prime Gaming, I not accidentally, but I didn't think about the free to play at the time because it was kind of new and I wasn't sure how serious it was, and so I got Burengiri, who was the first part of it, on the main account. Um, and I wouldn't say I'm like super regretful of it because I don't think he's necessarily like a game changing. Um, uh, yeah, I don't think he's necessarily a game changing epic. Um, but it was a bit of an oversight. However, with the recent one I did collect. You can see I put in a promo code about 5 hours ago. Or sorry, 20 or 19 hours ago, I guess. So, anyways, um, and was able to collect the prime rewards on this account this time. There was an interesting discussion in my clan chat about it, and they were like, "Well, does this have a impact on the quote unquote purity of the free to play concept? I don't think it does. Um, because I have Amazon Prime for other reasons. I don't have it just strictly to get stuff in Raid. I just happen to have Amazon Prime and I'm able to capitalize on it. Um, so I don't think that like taints the and they weren't arguing that it did. It was just a general question. It was like, I wonder, does this impact the concept of a free to play if you're getting rewards for money that you're spending outside of the game? So it was an interesting thought, and I agree with that. It's worth thinking about. But for me, no, it doesn't. I'm gonna take rewards where I can get them, and that's not costing. It's not costing me any extra. I'm not paying Plarium, right? So, um, and I'm okay. I'm okay with that, and I'm not very anti-paying Plarium. Like, if anything, I'm actually pro paying Plarium when it's affordable because I like to support the companies that make games I like to play. This is a game I like to play. I want to support them. That's why, like, if I find a game I really like, I tend to buy skins and battle passes and whatever just because I want to support them so that they continue to make good content for the game. Um, and so that's why I do that on my main account. But on the free to play, that's not the point. The point of the free to play is a bit of the challenge, but also to support those of you that either don't want to or cannot necessarily afford to put money into this game, or even give you a baseline level about how, I don't want to say easy, but how you can complete the game. And then while also, spending a little bit of extra money. So, for example, if you were to look at the way that I started my account and put that into practice, and then you get to a point like here where it's a little stalled or stagnant, um, and you decided, well, I want to speed things up a little, you could potentially put a little bit of money into the game. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying that, it can act as a baseline of strategy and how to approach the game, and money would speed that up. So, um, but enough about that. I don't like to talk too much about that kind of stuff, but I wanted to make my stance kind of clear there. So that's what's been going on the account. Been farming dragon. I'll give you an update on where we are on Clan v Clan. I am getting a little nervous. We're still very close in this Clan v Clan. I'm at 36,524 points. I'm very happy with that. I am intentionally selling myself short right now. I could certainly be putting a lot more points up if I wanted to be super aggro about it. I could put a lot of these epic books into epics that I may not use in the future. Um, However, that's not something I'm gonna do. I don't want to just spend on this account. I don't want to spend epic books for the sake of spending epic books. On my main account, I do that. That's why I'm able to generate 100,000 points in this particular Clan v Clan, because I'm able to say, oh, I just have all these books. Let's just throw them away on characters that for faction wars or whatever. Um, I don't want to do that on this account because those resources are so few and far between and so rare. So I want to wait until I get a better epic that I really want to put those books into. I'm gonna say this now. If I don't get to pull Shar, if there's no 2x event this weekend, we're gonna level up Husk. I mean, poor Husk has been waiting forever. Um, and it's not that he's a bad champion. He's actually a very good champion. I mean, his reviews are high, ish. um, I know his value. He's good. He would be very, very good for me in Hydra, which is an area that we're starting to progress in. Which, by the way, we did get um, our Hydra rewards, and we got um, the maximum rewards for Mithrala. So we've been doing Hydra for 3 weeks now, and we've gotten 4 fragments every week for Mithrala. That puts us on slightly slower pace than the pace we're on for Yannicka. I'm just checking the clan shop here to see how we're doing. So I have extra coins. I'm gonna go ahead and spend these on your Carl as well. Uh, Either of these champions are great. I originally was like, oh, I'll go for your Carl first, but then I noticed I wasn't gaining as much clan gold. And so I kind of go for your Carl every 2 weeks and go for Yannicka every week. So your Carl's at 20, Yannicka's at 45. So we're slowly progressing there. Drexstar, I think I just picked his up today. We're at 36 on him. If you don't know what I'm talking about, so those fragments were in the clan shop. And then in the bazaar, you can get fragments for Drexstar, who is a very, very great HP burn champion that can bring a lot of value to your account. And so those are those are the free legendaries that I'm kind of working towards right now. Mithrala you get from doing Hydra. We've been able to successfully do Hydra 3 weeks in a row now, and thankfully, because it's 1 to 2 fragments, I've been able to get 2 fragments every single time, and that's given me the 12 fragments total. So we're making progress there. It's still going to be a while until we get Mithrala, but we'll keep working at it every week, and eventually we will get her, and she is a game changer for sure. So very excited at the possibility of getting Mithrala. Like I was saying, clan. So we hit the max rewards for Clan v Clan. I've collected all the rewards. I hit my minimum for objectives. The fact that I do Iron Twins is good. Faction Wars, I mean, I'm pretty weak in Faction Wars still, but I was still able to put up decent numbers. I did forge. I think I did that on camera last night, so we were able to forge gear during this time. We're not close enough to the Great Hall. I need to get 800, and we're at 554, so we're not going to be able to get the total number that we need. Do I have any refills? I do. I gotta use these before they expire, so I'm probably gonna do that here in a little bit. I'll do that on my phone because I've been working on the main account a lot today. Obviously, that's how I'm generating all these points on the main account. But also there's been some because I'll admit it, I did get the pass for Xena, but not the $60 one, the $40 one. So I've almost got her unlocked. So I've just been on there doing those challenges as well as the Forge Pass challenges, just to keep up with it and make sure that I'm able to complete the pass. Now for this account, completing this pass is so much value. So we have 1 week left. Even if we only did, it's usually about like 2 to 3, I'd say, per day. But even if it was only 2 per day, we have 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, and 5 day out of 7 days. So we've got plenty of time, as long as we're able to complete the challenges. I think I only missed one daily challenge the entire time. So if I can continue to do the daily challenges, we will not only be able to get enough resources to forge some more gear, but then we also get the free 6-piece set itself. And this is really, really good gear, especially for Clan Boss and especially for a champion like UDK. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything going on the account right now. There aren't really any tournaments or events. I will give you an update on that Dragon tournament. So I was in pretty like out of the top 3 yesterday for sure. I want to say I was like 8 or 9. I think when we looked yesterday. No, it probably would have been like 6 or 7. But I was able to grind. I ran it all night on auto, and was able to get up here to 3,257 points. That got me a little bit of Relentless gear, as well as another Ancient Shard, which was good. That Relentless gear, now that I mention it, rolled pretty decent. So I have main stats on both of these pieces. I'm realizing that because when I looked at the flat stat pieces I got that I deleted a second ago, none of them were relentless. So that made me realize that we probably got some decent pieces. So, um, but yeah, so I was able to do well in that dragon tournament. I'm happy with the results there. Um, I think that's just about everything. So more to come on this event. Last reminder, tonight at so that's Wednesday the 22nd at 9 p.m. Eastern. I will be streaming on twitch.tv/ I'm Roadblock. We'll be putting out the rebuild of Kale. We're going to try and rebuild him in a way that increases his accuracy while also maintaining some of his crit rate and crit damage. And I'll kind of just go over the whole thought process with you guys along the way and see what we can do. So, would love it if you could come hang out. If not, no big deal. I'm just excited to do it. So, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your support, and I will see you in the next video.